Yesterday was the long-awaited FOMC meeting. I mean, it happens frequently, but it feels like it takes forever. Either way, they announced interest rates are going to be kept the same with at least, or they just said there's only going to be one interest rate cut sometime this year in 2024. I want to show you guys what Bitcoin looks like a day after the FOMC meeting with Jerome Powell, as well as what I expect Bitcoin to do on two different scenarios, the bullish and the bearish case. Although remember, we are in an overall uptrend. Let's go ahead and jump right into the charts. Alright, so for those of you that are jumping into Bitcoin fairly fresh, I'm going to give you guys an understanding of what we are looking at the moment. We all know that Bitcoin has made new highs this year and is working its way up from a low of roughly 15,000. When it comes to an Elliott wave structure, we have, and again, this for those of you that are new to this, we have a 1, 2, 3, potentially 4. I'm going to get into that in a moment. And then fifth wave can be a lot higher up. I'm anticipating it to be around 120,000. Although we're not going to get into that, we're going to focus on the short-term price action, what's going on right now, because that's what's up. So the fourth wave ends around down here as we are understanding that, if we have such a strong rally from the 56,000 and a half mark right over here, and we have this consistent again, there's Elliott waves within the larger Elliott wave patterns. We understand that we are looking at potentially trying to complete a fourth wave pattern, and then fifth wave can reach potentially up to 76,000 or between 74 to 76,000 before retesting current swing highs right here at 74,000 and then reaching a lot higher up. But this is what we really want to understand is in this fourth wave, in this smaller fourth wave structure that we're looking at right here, we want to look at a three-wave correction, and as of right now, I'm categorizing this as a WXY pattern. Recently, we did break a new low from the swing low right here, which we're calling the W wave. The Y wave has broken below that yellow mark, indicating that a low is near, and we should be completing this fourth wave anytime soon, and then finally making new highs real soon as well. But we need to be very understanding of short-term risk. But let's go ahead and jump a little bit further into this right here. So if we have rallied up, made consistent, I think there's a little square right here. If we are trading within this range at the moment, we could potentially see the price go up, back down, and continue trading in this rectangular range. Although, since minimum requirement for this corrective structure before we start seeing the price do one of these right here, bam, and then going up to new highs, making 74, 75, up to 78,000. Roughly 75 to 76 is the median price for that. We can understand that, let me take this off. We can understand that we could potentially go from here since minimum requirements were met. Although, if we continue to fall a little lower, so falling at least within this range right here, that would indicate a much more clear and much more strong corrective move structure, because relying on a very shallow one more drop down. So as you can see, the Y wave fell below this yellow line in a very shallow way. It fell below it just very minor. It's possible that it's just going to correct, come back down, retest it, and then potentially fall forward as well. I am very bullish on Bitcoin. On the overall picture, I see Bitcoin breaking over $100,000 this year and then going much, much higher in 2025. But when you're focused on the long term, or you're trying to focus on short term price action to trade it as we continue to go on to the more long term price action. So for those of you that have one portfolio where you have Bitcoin as a more like a medium or long range position, and then you have a separate portfolio for making shorter term trades, this way you can benefit from both worlds, being an investor and a trader. For if you are in that case, or you're just focused on short term price action, it's very important to understand short term risk of the of Bitcoin potentially falling to $64,000 or $64,638 at least, right? On the idea that this is a larger, again, one, two, three, potentially fourth wave, maybe coming down a little bit lower, and then fifth wave making its way up before making an overall um, corrective wave move down, and then even higher, reaching into the $80,000 as we continue the waves that come after this final fourth wave recovery on the overall fifth wave. So I really hope this makes a lot of sense, guys. I really hope that a lot of you are understanding that even though we have a corrective wave structure in place, it can still stretch a little bit lower. This Y wave can drop a little bit lower before we make a bigger move up. And this can unravel sort of like if we come back down a little bit lower, finally make a more solid corrective move, work our way back up, retest this blue resistance area, excuse me, and then go back higher, break over the swing high that we have in this yellow resistance line right here, go into the yellow or the green Fibonacci extension area, retest the beginning of that area, and then start going up higher after we consolidate and test these areas right here as well. So again, guys, I am very bullish on Bitcoin, but we all need to understand the risk involved in short-term trading, because we can have a very quick, very sudden move downward. If you are trading on a margin, this could liquidate you or not. It just depends on your own personal situation. Of course, this is all my opinion, but I just want to make this short-term one more low situation a little bit more realistic for you guys, and understanding that we can still see that potentially there could be better buying opportunities coming up real soon before a quick recovery back up and maybe retest this blue area right here before breaking into these over this swing high right here. Hope this makes sense, guys. If you follow me on my social medias, link down in the description. I post regularly a lot of crypto updates, as well as some Bitcoin mining updates for trading that may come in handy for you guys. And I post on social media a lot sooner than I post on YouTube. So if you guys like my content, if it makes sense and you want to see more, subscribe and like. It really helps out. And I'll see you guys on the next chart planning update video.